Why am I wearing... God damn it. I was gonna say hello and do an intro, but why am I wearing the goddamn birth... Anyway, I'm eating food. Hello. Whatever. Hello. Why was there plastic in my food? I am going to sue whoever made my food, and that person is my mother. So get ready for the Mother Skit lawsuit. Let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet, or if anything is too loud or too quiet. Including me! Anyway, how's it going? Sorry about the birthday hat, sorry about me eating food, but I just got my dinner, like, right before stream. And yes, it does take me 10 minutes to eat my food, because it was very hot. We're gonna be doing some art, yes, after I finish my food, but for now we're just gonna talk. What are we gonna talk about? I don't know. Something. Probably. This music is loud. It's loud for me. I don't think it's loud for anyone. Hang on. Cannibalism? It's fine! Have you not read my lore? I have an entire page. And that's not even the full extent of the lore. It doesn't even show or tell how I became alive. Like, that's a whole story in and of itself. I have, like, a short film that I have, like, ideas for. Is it ever gonna come to fruition? Probably not. But the ideas are there. I have methods. You know. Methods to madness. Madness and methods and... Mad methods, and Schnuffy is here. How's your day? How's everyone's day? How's the day of people? What did I do? I went for a walk today at one of our parks with the dogs. You have, and you talked about it before, but you don't remember the specifics right now. Well, you should. You are my moderator. You are the first subscriber. Like, come on, man. Get the act together. Also, I hate the stream delay. It's very annoying, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't even know if I can fix it. I don't think I can. I'll figure it out one day, maybe. Probably not. Maybe. Anyway. Yummy. Your second customer? Yeah, but why does it say founder? Anyway, whatever. I got confused by the first next to your name. It confuses me. I want to show you something. Where is it? Don't worry. Is it here? There we go. Goodbye! Oh, no, hang on. Goodbye. There we go, goodbye! See you next time. Wait, bring me back down. Whee! Goodbye. The day has been annoying and long. Hang on, let me come back down. Oh god, what was that? Wait, let's do that again. Fly away. Hang on, wait, bring me down. Space skit. Go into the sky, yippee! I want to see what it did again when I came back down. My face just contorted. We have fun here. We do. That's still a bit too much. Hang on, I should have probably remembered what my gravity was before I messed around with it. That's too much. Beep. No. Oh wait, no, it needs to be... I'm silly. It needs to be higher. Bet. Eh. 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 Okay, that's good enough. Just testing. Didn't get crumbed. Crumbed? Don't say that. That's inappropriate. There could be children watching. I hope not. I feel like that's too little what the hell was it at before? Hang on. Let's just bring it back up a bit. Is that good? I should know what it was before, but I don't. Look, that's fine. I don't... It's fine. Anyway, your day was long and annoying, you said. Annoying and long, actually. You said it in that order. And that's unfortunate. Okay, I thought there was more plastic in my food, but it's just a leaf. An edible leaf. Some leaves are edible. Like poison ivy. That's my favourite leaf to eat. I hope you're enjoying the new choice of music. It's Little Big Planet theme music. World music, I don't know. Little Big Planet doesn't really have its own theme. Well, it kind of does. In the first game, it has its own specific music, but other levels it uses other people's music. So anyway, we've moved on from lo-fi, at least for now. Oh, hang on, I don't know if Songify works. I think I fixed it. I should probably check. Space? Space?! Oh my goodness, I was just in space just then. Wow. Okay, Twitch. Yes, it says Twitch is working. If anyone wants to request a song, follow that command. Hope that Songify works. Because it wasn't last time. Wondering whether the music sounded familiar? Yeah, you Big Planet. Hehe. I should stream Little Big Planet. Well, what I should do is figure out how to connect my PlayStation to my computer and then stream that. Haven't figured that out yet. I think I need some special cords and like a capture card. I don't know. I'm not technological. You know. I remember that space level. You walked around through different spaceships and the gravity changed. That was a good time. Anyway. Special hardware? Yeah. I looked at some videos and then immediately stopped looking at them because I got too overwhelmed. If I recall correctly, the space was... Oh, I used... when I was in my sad hours, I used to, like, make levels and just put this track on in the background. Like, because I didn't know what Spotify was back then, so I just put that track in custom levels I made. In Little Big Planet. God. Little Big Planet was really cool in that, like, you could get content from the previous games in the next games. And I think you might have been able to get some backwards compatible? I don't remember. I don't think so. But I know that you could get, like, if you unlock stuff in Little Big Planet 1, then you could have it in Little Big Planet 2, and Little Big Planet 3, and that was cool. Made you want to get all the things of the previous games. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Hardware. Capture cards. Yeah, it's overwhelming. And tiresome. Oh my god. This is like royalty-free early 2000s YouTube music now. What is this? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel! Today, we're going on a shopping adventure! That's what that reminds me of. Oh no. Or like one of those how-to, like DIY craft videos. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm almost done eating, and then we'll be arting very soon. Also, my dog says hello. This chair is uncomfortable. Donate to buy me a new chair. Like and subscribe. So I can have a comfy biscuit booty. What did Mum's make for dinner? It's like a coconut chicken curry type thing. With vegetables. Is tasty. You know, the idea of like a mumskit means that I was given birth to, and I wasn't. It was chemicals. I was microwaved in a microwave that someone had microwaved chemicals in previously. That's the story. And they hadn't cleaned the microwave. Basically, I was born from someone else's laziness. Which is probably why I also don't like to clean. Anyway. Yummy. And Snuffy gets to clean the bowl. There you go, Snuff. Anyway. Okay, let me get my drawing tablet. And then we will be arting. And maybe even farting. Who knows? We'll see how lucky we are. Get my glove. Oh yeah, hang on, I can turn that off now. There we go. Now you can see all of my beautiful face. Oh! Right, something else. What? I was wondering if we make a less lonely magical biscuit. I mean, you could. You just need to, like, fix the chemicals and get rid of the cannibalistic tendencies. You know? Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have a VOD. Well, it's not just VODs, but like a Twitch-centric YouTube channel. Lonely Twitch Skit. It's a really creative name. Hang on, let me... No, I didn't want to... Goddamn. I'm struggling again. Hang on, copy that. And then we can go into Nightbot and we can make it into a command. Yay! But I'm gonna be posting... What am I gonna be posting? VODs and clips. On there. So I'll probably post this VOD. After that. There, I've named the command why Twitch. That's not how you spell Twitch. God, I can't. Hang on. What's the response? Give more commands to post? I will. Hang on, let me finish creating this one first. While watch past streams after they were live. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't know how to type commands and things. There you go. If you wanna test that out now, Ace, just do !y Twitch. It's Twitch with a Y in front. Ya Twitch. I love ya Twitch. Wow! Amazing! Please give me feedback on if that looks good. Anyway, here we go. Wow of the Wii variety. I'm gonna fix this mouth because I don't like it. In fact, hang on. Yes, you do has new part of job. Amazing. Do 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 do. Okay, so that's a very big brush. Hang on, what was it at 10? I'm gonna say yes. I should remember the pixelation-y size. Oh, my drawing tablet is not connected, excuse you. USB device not, I'm gonna kill you. Don't worry, technical difficulties, it happens a lot. Are we good now? We're good now. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so that's okay, hang on, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Do I seem like a person that ever knows what they're doing ever? I hope not. That's not the vibe I'm trying to give. Because that should, like, curl around a bit more, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Oops. I wonder if Nicole will give the Femboy Pelican tonight. Probably not. Honestly. I don't think she will. How do mouth work? Let's look at reference. Yes. Okay. So, what I'm thinking, we move that down a bit, maybe rotate that a bit. No, don't do that actually. Why his bottom lip looks so big? Shading. I don't know. Don't worry, we can make an entirely new mouth because I don't like that. Okay. We can move that. But then he has a massive chin. Let's look at this man's mouth. Okay, that man has a mouth. And it looks kind of like a mouth. That's interesting, yeah. I wasn't expecting that, actually. It's kind of kooky and fun. Okay, I have a plan. I have concepts of a plan. I don't remember this tune being in Little Big Planet, but depending on which one it is, that would explain why. If it was 3, that would explain why. Is this 3? Does it say 3? I don't know, it doesn't say anything. Okay. Amazing. Doody-doo. Okay. I think you need to bring the mouth further around the face. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to figure out. Something like that would work. Something. No, this is groovy, whatever this is. It sounds very heroic. That looks a little bit better already, I think. Does that work? Kind of. A little bit. What is that? How dare. I was playing 76, Fallout 76 before stream today, and I had such an annoying experience with one of the quests, or missions, whatever you want to call them, because I had to, like, help this kid get some toy back or whatever. And the doors just wouldn't open. One of them is like a scripted door to open, and that just wouldn't open. And then friggin' the key card wouldn't work for one of them. And it's just, I'm on the wrong layer. Oh well. That's fine, that's easily fixed. But I had to like redo the whole section like 3 times for it to finally work. It was very annoying. And you shouldn't have to do that, Mr. Fallout for Gamedy Wame. Mr. Fallout. Hey, what? No, don't select you. Select you. And that works. That works better. Yes, that does look better. Okay. And then we can fix this. With my amazing lack of resolution. Why is it so bad? Did you guys hear about the recent Roblox drama? It's very exciting in a not good way. And I don't like big corporations doing big corporation things, which is what they're doing. Big corporation do big bad. That's what Roblox is doing. And it's not good. If you haven't heard, basically they banned someone who was trying to help get predators, if you know what I mean, off the site, because they're like, oh, well, they didn't come to Roblox first, and they're endangering the platform by doing things, and like, Roblox's moderation sucks. I had a thought, but I didn't need your approval to do it. Roblox. And the thing is, it's very hard to, like, take it seriously because these predators look like little block people. You know? How are you supposed to look at that and think nefarious activity? It's a massive drama. I would recommend looking at some videos on it because I just don't really know how to explain it. I can't comprehend it. That's not, there we go. Also, Mr. Pelican Man, I have little lines, concepts of a background. Like, that's barely there. It's going off what you sent me. Where is it? Is it that? So you've got the floor, and then you've got the wall, then you've got the window. So the light would be hitting him from, like, here, like, all of this half, like, split down there. So light would be hitting him there. I don't know what would do for the outside the window. It could have something here, maybe. I don't know. I'm not good at doing backgrounds and interiors and furnishing and designs and what have you. That's not my forte. What is my forte, however, is procrastinating. Yay! Strap would, like, come across, like, there. Yes. Anyway, you can send me the thing you need approval for, else I might give you my stamp. The statements they made about everything going on is really not a good look for Roblox. It's not! And a lot of it is money-based, which makes perfect sense, and that's sad. Roblox somehow banned the CEO's account as well. I think it might have been like some AI error, like the account got mass reported. I forgot I did this. But I think the account might have gotten mass reported. Which is why it got banned. Which would make sense. His eyebrows would be like here, I think. So what is this like speedrunning music that's playing? Something like that, maybe. And then you'd see it a little bit on this side as well. This sounds like some old, like, Game Boy music. Background looks good if you want to leave the background details, can work on refining. What I think? Yeah, that would help. Because I don't exactly know what to do. Because, as I've said, I am not a backgrounder. Though I should work on doing backgrounds. This whole thing is like a big experiment, really. This whole piece. How far can Biscuit push her artistic limitations? And maybe bring that up. There we go. Something like that. Although I probably won't colour that in. Add dance there. There we go. Actually, doodly doo. Oops. I've heard of plucking your eyebrows, but not like that. Ugh. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think the face looks okay for now. Add the whatever that line is called. Actually, maybe more like that. Maybe just no. I don't know. Even me to flesh out, I think should be able to add the finishing touches to it as long as I don't need to figure out the perspective, because as we know, that's far apart. Perspective is crap. Perspective is hard. I don't enjoy doing perspective, but it's something you gotta do. And it's annoying. Okay, head, good. Head, shoulders, knees, and sometimes toes. Not always. Sometimes, though. Oh my god, I remember this tune. This is from, like, the second level you ever play in the game, I think. It's in near the first. Although I don't... Can you feel the wooden kite? What is a wooden kite? Probably wouldn't work very well if a kite's made out of wood. Like, I feel like I heard of a wooden kite somewhere before. I don't... Where have I heard wooden kite from before? I'm very confused as to where I remember things. Was it from Simpsons? I feel like it might have been Simpsons. Like Ralph had a kite made entirely out of wood. Or something. I don't know. I need a researcher. Someone research my memories. If anyone were to do that, they would go insane. Just like me. Wow. Oh, I have more serums and things to give, maybe. I think. Maybe. In 76. I don't know. Did I ever give... I did give you the ones that I had. But I've gotten a few. With the mutated party packs. Ah, what's on my finger? Help. Okay. That works. Okay, I mean, something you could also do for the background is, try SketchUp. I think the only major change I would want is definitely not expected. Not necessary is making the background wider, but that's definitely not an easy change, hence not being expected. Yay, more mutations. Making the background wider, I mean, I could. It wouldn't be that hard to do. Like, once I finish the whole thing, I could just make it into, like, a PNG and just place him wherever. You can scale it to a new size, however, I don't know how much wider that would be. But that's not the most difficult change in the world. So, if blows come to push comes to if you shove the push and then the blow comes, I can do that. That's the saying, right? I think that's it. Also, given that wow. Okay, wow, okay, right. Given that today is a Sunday stream, we may do a game after. Not certain what, probably 76. Honestly, I'm on a 76 roll lately. Or we could do more Spyro. It's up to Ace, actually, because you're the only one here right now. Yes. So, Spyro or 76. Or something else, you know? We could do something else. Oh, I also have an outfit I can give you in 76. I think you'll love it. You know, I've also noticed that you seem to have a thing with not being human in games. I mean, this character is, you know, a good example of that, and also the fact that you are a pelican. I mean, I understand it. I don't particularly like being human either. If I could be a fox, I would be a fox. If I could be a sloth, even better. I could be a plant. Because sloths basically plants. They photosynthesize. Well, they don't. They get nutrients from the plants that live on them. Which still is cool. I like sloths. Sloths are friends. This is groovy, whatever this is. What is this? It's groovy. I like. I'm remembering Little Big Planet music. Oh, hey. I don't remember what this is from. I think it's from 2. The only reason for that is because I was thinking of using it for my stream start and mid-stream break scenes, just so I can stop using a pre-made one and have to be a human in real life, so I don't want to play one real life. That's fair enough. I mean, I'm a biscuit, so I can't really say much. But yeah, no, I could easily make this into, like, start streams and be right back stuff. Hell, I could even maybe... Maybe not. Well, I mean, you could do simple animation, like have some sparkles and stuff coming down, like, out of his hand. Maybe have him blink. That's probably the most I could really do. Have the light moving. I mean, you just like some particle animation effects could do. But that would require work and finding a program to do that in. Wouldn't be too difficult, I imagine. I mean, I could probably find it. I could probably ask my friend if she has any free time to do it, because she does animating. But I thought, I think I'd want to try and figure out how to do it. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing the art. All I ask is just credit as an artist on the channel, and that's it. That's all I need. And more can blue. That's all I need. Cans of blue. Cans of blue paint. That's what I want. And oil. Cans of blue paint and oil. Oh, that scared me. I thought someone was clapping. That scared me. Music. I'm gonna credit you. I'm not a monster. I thought that said, of course I wouldn't credit you. Of course I wouldn't credit you, you stupid. You don't deserve that. Also chocolate bullets. To shoot people with. That could be fun. Also, I have to show you something later. I was browsing through some Spyro mods just to see what was there. Naturally, it's a bunch of adult stuff. But also some reskins. So neat. How dare you? But, there's also reskins, and I found a cookie Spyro skin. It looks kind of cursed, but I think everyone would expect that. You know, Spyro being made into a food. But I was very tempted to get it. But, I don't want to ruin Spyro by turning him into that. Sounds... I thought so. I was very tempted, but, you know, I would like to get community feedback before I change the visuals of a beloved childhood character. Because Spyro is sacred. We respect Spyro in this house. I have a Spyro and Sparks pop figure. It was very cute. There's a tiny little Sparks he comes with, and you can put Sparks on him, and it's tiny and it's adorable. What is this track? I don't remember this being in the game. What is this? It's scary. I do like that Twitch has the ability to like credit artists specifically. So you can be like, my art isn't by me, but it's by this person, yippee. I think that's very nice. I'm skipping this. This is weird. Go away. And it goes for 4 minutes. My god. My arm hurts. Do I have any stories to tell today? Not that I can really think of. I don't remember the last time I played a Little Big Planet game, but it's been a long while. Same. My favourite levels were the ninja ones, specifically the first ninja level, and then also You got those challenge. Were they challenges? I think they were challenges. Those like little sub levels, and I liked to do the racing one, the skateboarding one. That was my favorite one. The Little Big Planet was just a delight, and it had Stephen Fry as the narrator, which was even better. Because Stephen Fry is a national treasure, and we are blessed to have him exist in this world. He's just a fun guy. What is this one as well? I don't like it. Go away. There we go. This one's peace and quiet. That's a big contrast to what we were just listening to. I forgot about... Yeah, Stephen Fry. He was in so many games. Like, wait, how many games has Stephen Fry been accredited to being, like, a voice in? He's done so much. Stretch Time? Oh, good idea. Oh, my back is cracking. Eh. Oh, in other news, I fixed Snuffy's toy. His little squeaky flamingo. It was getting a hole in it, and it was very dirty, and he was pulling the fluff out, so I cleaned it, and then put some extra fluff in it, and then I restitched it, and he's a happy puppy. It's very exciting. I have some pictures of him just like staring up at me, waiting for me to fix his friend. He's like a little kid in Build-A-Bear. It was adorable. Also, pop quiz. How many friendly super mutants did we decide existed throughout the Fallout franchise? We covered this in the last stream. We decided it together. And I did say that was the pop quiz. I didn't lie. So, now it's time to remember. I'll give you a hint. It was in the double digits. But that's the only hint you get. That's all you get. If you get the question wrong, you have to give me $500,000. I don't care if you don't have it. Find a way. Rob a bank. My head is itchy. And there's something in my teeth. It's my gum. 17? No, it was 16. And Stephen Fry has been 25 games as far as... God, what else? He's been in Fable. I know that. What else has he been in? John Cleese was in Fable as well, I think. Water. There are a lot of celebrities in the Fable games. I think Stephen was in all of the Fable games. Itchy. Oh no, I put water on my tablet. That's not good. That was one of me, right? Well, now you have to give me $500,000. I'm sorry. That's how this works. What is this? This sounds like from, like, Tuber Simulator. Do you guys remember PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator? I played that. That was a fun game. All you did was just get, like, different furniture items for your office and upgrade your video station. God, that's an old game. Time to flip the canvas around. He's upside down. Doodly-doo. There we go. That works. Okay. No. I actually met one of the friendly super mutants today when I was playing 76. Gale. I feel like she was a child. Somehow. I never played it mainly because I've never liked PewDiePie, and if his name was attached to something, I would have definitely just ignored it. Yeah, that's fair. I only played it like 10 years after it came out. I don't know how old that game is, but I didn't play it when it came out. I just kind of saw it recommended to me on the App Store, and I was like, I've heard of it before. I'll have a look-see. And it was pretty fun. I did uninstall it though because I just kind of stopped playing it and it was taking up space on my phone or tablet or whatever it was that I had it installed on. Did you guys hear about the Arcane AI scandal that happened recently? They basically celebrated 3 years of the mobile game and just celebrated by giving everyone some AI generated garbage cinematic. Isn't that nice of them? I do love me some AI generated garbage. Yum yum. That's a joke. I hate AI stuff. I don't hate AI in general, like AI as a thing. You know, like AI can do some great stuff, and mostly in the medical field. But we don't need AI in the creative field. That can just go in the bin, thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. Don't particularly want that. Maybe next time. And next time will be when I am dead. Basically. One thing people can't say about me is that I use AI for my artwork, because you can see me making the things. My favourite friendly super mutant will always be Forks, but I do love the Far Harbor Hunter you can get a dog from, and also the fact that Arcane thing was just pure K-pop. Yeah, I watched a video on it, and they said it was a K-pop Demon Hunters ripoff. I didn't make that connection because I haven't watched the movie. I would like to at some point. But why? Why did they just think it was okay? I mean, Arcane is like one of the most revered shows in recent times because of the unique style and like just how well made it is. And then they're like, you know what? We're gonna celebrate something associated with the show. Granted, it's not of the show; it's of their mobile game. It was celebrated 3 years in China. We're gonna reward and thank our players with AI. Thanks for playing. Here you go. Like what? God. Also, Hunter from Far Harbor. Yeah, I actually didn't know he existed until like a couple years ago. Because I didn't do much of Far Harbor. Because when I first got it, I was a scared child. Riot is a poorly run company. It has had so many missteps for all their games at one point or another. I don't know anything about the games. I only know of the show. But even then, I still don't know much at all. All I know is that the voice actress that did Kate from Fallout 4 did Maddie, that's her name, in Arcane. And I like that, because I like Kate. Yippee. But yeah, I only heard about Riot when I was looking at the video of what they had done. So many gaming companies I don't know that exist. I accidentally found him the first time I ever... Yeah, I accidentally found him as well. I was like, there's a super mutant, but he has a unique hat, so I'm not going to shoot him. Anytime you see a super mutant wearing something unique, then you know that they are probably either good or have some connection to a quest. Except, does Neil I don't think Neil has any unique characteristics in New Vegas. Strong doesn't either, but Strong you find locked in a cage, basically. So you can't really do anything to him until you speak to him, and then you learn that he's a good guy. I do wish they had more stuff you could customize him with, because it's very... like, you don't commonly find... the super mutant gear. The only reason I know anything about Riot is because I played Valorant quite a bit a few years ago. I never played Valorant. I never understood the hype and the difference between Valorant and Overwatch, because it all just seemed like another ability-based shoot-'em-up game. I don't know if it was on PlayStation either. I don't remember. But I never played it. I don't know anything about it. Other than it was very popular for a time. It might still be popular, I don't know. Whoops, that's my alarm. Go away. I don't remember half of this music from Little Big Planet. There we go. Ooh, that was almost good. That's alright. Have we decided on a game, if Spyro or 76? I'm kind of leaning a bit towards Spyro, but I also want to figure out why Spyro was being the way he was last time. Like, the fire looked weird. He was sliding all over the place. He kept acting like there were invisible walls. He was just being a bit of a poo head last time. And I'm uncertain as to why. It would definitely be a lot easier if I could figure out why my controller won't connect to the computer. But I haven't figured that out yet, because I haven't had time, and I also just haven't been bothered. So, I need to figure that out. And then hopefully Spyro will work better. Because he just kept getting stuck on nothing. There was nothing for him to get stuck on, but he was like, no, I can't move. There's something in the way. And there wasn't. He was just being a big poo-poo head. Okay. That looks interesting. It looks fine. No one's going to zoom in terribly much, are they? Actually, I don't like that. Strong definitely talks a lot differently from any other Commonwealth-based super mutant, and it's less of a hero shooter and more of a tactical hero shooter, closer to CSGO. I don't really have an opinion, currently forcing myself to stay awake right now. You don't have to be here. It is useful though if I need feedback on something, because otherwise I'm just kind of relying on my own judgment, and my judgment isn't that great. Probably only gonna stream for another hour. I may do a game, I may not do a game. We will see. I mean, it's a bit hard to judge if Strong talks differently from any other Commonwealth super mutant, because you don't really hear them talk much at all. Exactly. Because you hear, I mean, I don't know if he talks that differently from any other Commonwealth super mutant, because you mainly hear them just talking about wanting to smash. But not in that way, like in a Hulk smash kind of way, you know. We're not playing Smash or Pass with the super mutants. Although a Smash or Pass Fallout tier list stream could be fun. I'm just throwing that out there. Playing Smash or Pass with Fallout characters. God, imagine doing it, like, including the, like, first 2 Fallout games. Would you smash or pass the Overseer from Fallout 1? The claymation guy. I wonder what happened to those models. Because they were actual puppets. So where are they? Do they still exist? Some of them are probably dead. They're probably deteriorated. But I do wonder. And even the fact he doesn't just scream all the time makes it very different from the rest. Yeah. But then you could say that about a lot of the friendly super mutants just don't scream all the time. Marcus has never raised his voice. Lily just kind of always yells though, but that's just because she's a nightkin. Also, if you did that, have to include the Master. My favorite thing about the Master is his voice. He does have a pretty cool design, I will say. But I would love any are there behind the scenes, like, things for the first Fallout games? Because I would love to see pictures of, like, the original puppets and stuff. I hope someone still has them, and I hope they've kept well. A lot of them, like a lot of the MISC ones, characters that no one really cares about, probably haven't succeeded in the test of time. But I hope most have. You can as soon as I booted up Fallout 1 and, like, made my first character, I was like, this is definitely a game of its time, because I selected the female Vault Dweller. I forget her actual canon name, but I selected her, and I was like, my god, this game was made for men. This Vault suit is just, it might as well not be there. It's just zipped so far down. Like, good lord. I'll find pictures of it later, maybe. It's just so blatantly for the male gaze. I didn't end up playing as her because I quit the game for some reason. I think I looked up a guide, and then when I tabbed out, the game just refused to keep playing. So I had to quit it, and I was like, it doesn't autosave, of course, because it's, like, from 19 something, and it's I'm too tired to try and find any behind the scenes stuff. The first game, I'll try and find it later. Ugh. Owie, my booty. But, God, I'm glad I didn't keep playing as her, because I would just, it would be tiresome to just look at her walking around like that. Like, how would she survive the wasteland dressed like that? I mean, granted, she doesn't have any more or less protection than the males do. Like, fully zipped up. I mean, she does have less, but not much less, because the Vault suits are really thin and stretchy. So, but still, I mean, come on, man. When was the first one made? It was like probably 80 something, or early 90s. I don't near. Here we go. At break time, oh yeah. It's definitely got those types of objectification things going on. Also, I mean, have you seen what all the raiders wear? True. True. Though I feel like the raiders are more for intimidation rather than practicality. But it's hard to say with them. They don't seem to have the best judgment in the world when it comes to anything. How many friendly raiders are there? There's technically Kate, but I wouldn't count her as a raider. She kind of just works for them. Like, but not as a raider. She just kind of has no choice. Who is a friendly raider? You don't get any companions that actually are affiliated with raiders, do you? Because MacCready wants out of the whole raider culture with the Gunners, but the Gunners aren't raiders either. People theorize that the Gunners were those children that were taken into the vault. I forget which vault it is. And separated from their parents and trained to be super soldiers. Which is... I don't know if it's actually canon, if that's the case or not. I should probably figure that out at some point. I don't know why I should. For my own gratification. That's why I should figure that out. Clover's not a raider. She's a slave. A very insane slave with Stockholm Syndrome. I wish you could fix her. Poor Clover. I always forget she exists. I mean, they did choose to be raiders, and I said, you spelled Kate incorrectly, how dare you! Is a raider. She was a fighter in the place. You find her... Let's just a fight pit before the raiders took it over, and the closest you... No, but she's not actually a raider. She worked in the pit before the raiders took over. It was just average people, and the raiders were like, oh, mine now, yoink, and then they kept her there, because she was entertaining. The closest you get to friendly raiders are the raiders of Nuka World. Yeah. My favourite raider from Nuka World is Mags, because she's cool. No, but Kate was there before the raiders took over. Oh, that's not correct. And she just kind of had to stay. And also she had a contract, so she couldn't exactly leave. Like she says that she was there, she got 3 hot meals a day. She has an emphasis on that. Her and her hot meals. Gage is technically a friendly raider? Isn't a raider? Oh, you wouldn't say Kate is a raider. I misread. Tee-hee. Gage, is he friendly though? He's kind of a douchebag. Now Preston, he's my favourite raider. He's definitely affiliated with them. And he loves raiders and raider culture. The only reason I would ever install a mod to kill essential characters is to kill Preston. So she's definitely held there. Yeah, people theorize that she was made addicted when she was in slavery, which would make sense. Did you know that the companions actually have recorded death lines? So, at some point, they were considering letting the companions be killable. Which is interesting. Piper has 2. They mainly pertain to the main character. 2 or 3? I think 2. One of them is Take Care of Nat. And the other is... I think she just says Blue. And Kate says, no, I... McCready says, oh, hell. Codsworth's one is sad. Because he's so confused at the fact that he's dying. He says either sir or mum, I'm dying. When he... For the male one, for some reason, it just sounds very matter-of-fact, like, I'm dying. But for the female voice line, when he's referring to a female character, he just sounds very concerned. He's like, I'm dying! I'm like, no, Codsworth. You poor robo-boy. I don't know that, but some of them can definitely be killed depending on which faction you choose. Who is actually... Oh, X6 is definitely one that can be killed. Deacon. Deacon can be killed. Dance. I think it's just those 3. But I don't think they have actual lines when you kill them like that. Does that actually make sense? Hang on, pointy, pointy, pinky. I don't know. I'm looking at my hand. This hand really doesn't make that much sense, but whatever, man. He's magic. Fallout 4 definitely feels like Nora's supposed to be the main character. It does. But that's also kind of strange because Piper is Nora reincarnated, basically. But I don't know. Like, Piper looking the way she does... strange. Like, she just looks like they got the Nora face, changed the skin tone, added a few scars and freckles, changed the eye color, and called it a day. But it's whatever. Actually, I'm going to undo that merge. And I'm going to go on to here. I do actually like the voice acting for the main character in Fallout 4. Controversial, hot take, you know? Unpopular opinion, whatever you want to say. But it's mainly because just reading all the dialogue, it just gets very tiresome for me. So, you know, having someone to read it out, it just makes life so much easier. Also, I like the voices they chose, except I do wish you could choose, like, different voices, but that would take a hell of a lot of resources, and time, and other things. But if they could have, that would have been nice. I don't like that they gave them, like, backstory, though. Like, Nora being a lawyer and Nate being in the army. But I guess they had to have some reason for them to be able to get into the vault. Also, the fact that you can't choose to not be straight. Or at least in a straight-facing relationship at the start. That's not correct. Actually, what language are they speaking? I don't know, but it's groovy. I think it's Spanish or Italian. They are speaking European in my live stream. How rude. I believe that this track was played during the zombie wedding levels. Those levels are strange. And kind of forgettable, honestly. Which is interesting because you were literally helping zombies with a wedding. But I don't know. I honestly don't notice, mainly because I don't use the default Piper look. I use the default look for all of the characters, except I think I used one that just gave Preston a beard, because it covered most of his face. And I feel like the story is more impactful when the one to survive is Nora, because a lot of Nate lines about his family just don't hit the same as Nora's, and that mainly just be the voice acting choices that were made for each of them, but it still stands. Yeah. Also, Nate's kind of actually a creep, especially towards Curie. Like the way the lines are delivered towards Curie when she's like adjusting to being a human. It's just kind of ugh. Why are you talking like that, man? Actually, I'm gonna undo that. I don't like it. It's icky. Can look at a video later, maybe, possibly, maybe. Ugh. Okay, there's that hand. Time for this hand. I hate doing hands. Hands suck. There is also, if you play as Nate... Actually, maybe if he plays both of them, I don't remember. But there is... You can go to the stage where Nate was going to give his speech. Because he talks about giving, like, the first thing he says... Oh, well, they both say is, like, relating to the speech he was going to give later that day. And you can actually go there, and if you interact with the microphone that's still on the stage, they say something. I forget exactly. I think they just say "War never changes." But I think that's a cute little nod. It would be better if you played as the set character, I think, in that regard, rather than a custom character. Yeah, the better and all. But I think that's a cute little detail. Stinky thumb. Stinky, stinky hand. I've run out of things. I haven't run out of things to talk about, but I'm just having a blockage of things to talk about. Did you know you could give Codsworth a little hat? Only the bowler hat, but it's adorable. You give him the hat and he puts it in his head and it's adorable. He's just a cute robo butler boy that gives you water. Where does he get the water, actually? That's a good question. Does he have like an internal purification system? It's still strange, but you know, water is handy. I wish more companions gave you things, like... Or, like, especially with MacCready, I agree, but it's also a staple of the series to be able to pick your character. Yeah. But they shouldn't... what if I don't want my character to have kids? Then the whole main story is just gone. You know? There we go. Also, what is the name of the main character, like the title of the main character of the first game? Is it just Vault Dweller? Are they just the Vault Dweller? I didn't know that. My favorite thing to do with him is make him into a murder tank using the first DLC. Oh, what did I gave him Assaultron legs. With that, and that's it. I just gave him Assaultron legs, so he's just a sexy floating ball. No, but each character has a title. I think it's just Vault Dweller, then Chosen One, then Lone Wanderer, then Courier 6, then Soul Survivor, and then... What is the name of the main character in 76? They're just the Vault Dweller? Right. Does 76 have a name? Are they also just Vault Dweller? I swear they had a name. I don't know. I hate hands. This is creepy music, whatever this is. I feel like this is cutscene music. 76, I've heard the name Pioneer. Oh yes, Bethesda given title to me. Yeah, I've heard Pioneer as well. Is that just because they joined the Pioneer Scouts? I did that recently. I'm trying to work my way through the Pioneer Scout stuff, but the challenges that you need to do are a pain. Something that would be very handy, given the fact that McCready gives you ammo, if you have him as a companion, would be like if he would give you ammo for the gun you're using. Because he just gives random ammo. I'm like, McCready, I don't need plasma. Well, he doesn't give plasma, but he gives like ballistic stuff. Like, I don't need .56 ammo. I'm using a 10mm pistol. But he doesn't care, he just wants to shell off all his ammo. Which, I mean, you can sell it. Which you should be able to do in 76. You should be able to sell ammo to NPC vendors. But no, you can only sell it via your vendor station at camps. And what if you don't want to do that? What if you just want to get rid of all the ammo immediately? What if you're really short on caps? You need to fast travel somewhere, but you can't fast travel somewhere because it costs caps for some reason, which is a really stupid mechanic. What then? Then I guess you just suffer. Can you tell this has happened to me before? Probably not. I don't think I'm being... I think I'm being a bit too subtle about it. I think it's got to do with the fact that they're the first vault to open up at the planned time, and they were sent out to rebuild America. Yeah, I suppose. How many other vaults actually weren't experiments? Or if they were very, very subtle, and they still planned to, you know, actually do what people thought vaults were going to do. Like, how many were actually going out to rebuild the population? Because there was that one in New Vegas that still had vault dwellers in it, but they were just really naive and stupid, and they let the fiends in, and the fiends killed them. It was that one. But we don't know. I don't know what their plan was. I think they also had a failing water chip. But I can't remember. There are 17 control vaults, the rest are all experiments. I do like the lore that the TV show added. I still need to look at the trailer for season 2. I haven't done that yet. But I do like the lore of, like, they were like, this company gets these vaults, this company gets these vaults, and everyone can do whatever the hell they want with it. They can all have their own experiments. And it's not just Vault-Tec wanted to screw everyone over. I mean, they did, but it's not like, you know, Vault-Tec, was in charge of all the vaults, and it's not all Vault-Tec's fault. It's like also Robco, it's General Atomics, it's for Arctos. That was cool. Also, what was Vault? Is it 17? 73? I don't know. The one that became a hotel in New Vegas. What was that one's thing before House was like, I'm gonna turn this into a hotel? Did that have an experiment, or did that just exist? What was the deal with that one? I think that one, actually, his fingers bend 3 times. 2 times. 3 times. I need to look at some Fallout lore videos after the stream. That's what I need to do. Lore on every single vault. My favourite vault is Gary. Everyone loves Gary. There was actually some cut holotapes in what was that one? Anchorage. There's that room you go into, and they were trying to get a Pip-Boy, and they found Gary, and for some reason, the Pip-Boys get fused to you in Fallout 3. I don't entirely know what the story with that is, but apparently you can't take it off once you put it on. I don't know why that one specifically you can't take off, but you just can't. So they had to saw off his arm, but then that killed him, and they still couldn't get it off his sawn off arm, so they gave up, which is why the Lone Wanderer goes into the pod to do the whole Anchorage test. But there were some holotapes in there. There's only one left, actually. I don't even know if it is. It's one where they're talking to Gary and they're telling him to shut up about Gary because he keeps saying Gary because he's Gary, and Gary can't stop saying Gary because he's Gary. And then they kill him. I don't know if that's the one still in the game, but I know that there were at least 3. Also, I don't understand why people had a huge problem with the fact that the ghouls have a drug to help them fight off feralization, because we don't actually know all that much about how ghouls go feral. Even in the first 2 games, you never run into any feral ghouls, but you do run into ghouls who talk about ghouls who have gone nuts, which we later realize is them going feral. You don't actually... I didn't know that you didn't run into ferals in the first 2 games. That's interesting. So many Garys. How many Garys are there? I'm looking this up. How many Garys are there? Fallout. If I just typed Gary. 54. 54 clones of Gary. Who is Gary 23? Gary 23 is a clone of Gary. Thanks so much, Fallout Wiki. Gary 23 is a clone of Gary. That's my new favourite line. Oh god. Poor Gary. Gary? I wonder what would have happened if Gary wasn't so feral. What if your character looked exactly like Gary? I would not be shocked if someone has made a mod where you can have a preset of Gary, and if you choose that preset, Gary doesn't attack you. That would be great. I would love that. I love Gary. Gary is so silly. Oops. He's a good Gary. I don't know why I named my sloth Gary, but he's also Gary. He is Gary... Hang on, how many did it say there were? 54? He's Gary 55. Sloth Gary is Gary 55. It's canon. There we go. That's just what we see in the games, but we know there have been many more because that vault started cloning not long after being sealed, and it's hundreds of years since, so you can imagine there have been many more Garys. But... hang on. Like, is the last Gary you see 54? Or... no, the last one you actually see in the game is 47. You see Gary 1, 12, 17, 23, 25, 27, 29, 32, 33, 36, 41, 42, 43, and 47. So you don't see all 54. So maximum was 54. But who knows? Maybe another vault has Garys. And we'll never know. 23 and 42 are already dead when you find them. 23 is a clone of Gary, but he's the one at the Outcast Outpost, and 42 is the first Gary you ever see at the entrance of Vault 108. So, fun fact, it feels so wrong? It does, but, 54 is a lot of Garys. So maybe... I mean, it's an older game. Maybe the technology at the time just couldn't handle that many Garys. You never know. Come on, there we go. I move you there. Perfect. What's your favorite sadistic vault experiment? Share with the class. Or I guess more so, what's the worst? Actually, what's your favorite, and then also what do you think is the worst? Because I think the one where they took the kids away from the parents is probably up there with the worst. Ah, my eye! Stop. What is... Oh. I like the box of puppets. I agree with you about the worst. Box of puppets is interesting. Because it's like... It's canon, but it's also not. I think it is actually canon. Because there is a vault... I think it's New Vegas. I could be wrong. But you can get the vault suit of the puppets. The whatever vault number it was. I'm gonna get rid of that. I forgot what number it is, but you can get that in one of the vaults. I think it's in one of the vaults. And then there's also a holotape of a raider talking about it's like get rid of that suit, it's cursed. I don't remember which game it is. It is canon? Okay. I don't remember which game it is that you find the suit in though. Whoops. I didn't. I did? I did. Okay, good. There we go. What is my favorite experiment? I don't know. I'll have to look at them all again. Vault 77 is the puppet vault? Yeah. I don't remember which game it is that you find the suit in, though. But one of them you do. I don't really know the story about the vaults in 76. I mean, obviously we know about Vault 76, but I don't really know the story with the rest of them. Like the one from, the newest one in the Skyline Valley. I don't remember what the experiment for that one was. They kind of turned it into their own experiment. Just indirectly, because the Overseer got a bit silly. You hear about it in Fallout 3? Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Fallout 3 or New Vegas. I get them confused. This is groovy. I'm trying to think about my favourite vault now. I mean, I do like the one in the Autumn Leaves mod, but that's not canon. What's my favourite canon vault? The one with the musicians was kind of interesting. Which vault are you talking about? Also, what do you think of the vaults we meet in the TV show? Let me think. The vault in... The one I'm talking about is one in Skyline Valley. It's underneath a manor. You haven't seen it yet because you haven't explored the Skyline Valley content in 76. The ones in the TV show, what actually? It's 33, isn't it? 31, 32, 33. Those were weird. Like, the twist of 31 being filled with, like, pre-war Vault-Tec executives. Like, good lord, the weather control vault. Yeah. I don't entirely know what their experiment was. Also, how the heck did, what's her name? The raider boss. I forgot her name. Starts with an M, I think. Main supposed bad guy. She's not actually bad, we find out, but... How did she get out? That's my biggest question. Because she was obviously frozen down there in 31, because she is pre-war. How did she get out? Do we ever find out? How did the mum get out? Because no one was really allowed out of the vaults. Did they escape together? But then she wouldn't have been out unless she was the overseer of one of the vaults. Because 31 is overseer of both vaults. I don't know how that works. Because the mother escaped with Lucy and whatever her brother's name was, I forgot. And they went to... Where did they go? Shady Sands? Was it Shady Sands? I think it was. But... how did either of them leave? Was that explained? Am I just remembering things wrong? Because there's a whole thing, like, they won't, like, you can't leave. I don't think she was frozen in the vault because she was seen as a communist pre-war. Then how is she still alive? Because hasn't it still been 200 years or so? Because it's definitely after Fallout 1, because Shady Sands is dead. It's gone. And Shady Sands is in... Is it in... I think it's in 1 or 2. It's after the first couple games. So... how did she live? Whoops. I'm very confused. I don't know what this music is, but it's groovy. Stream elements are spamming. Moderators, ban stream elements. Whoops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I'm not sure, it's been a long time since I've seen the end of the first season. I'll need to rewatch and get a refresh. Yeah, because we find out that Lucy's mum is actually a little bit of a sapphic. What is this? Oh, interesting. This music. I like. Where am I? There I am. It is sad what happened to Lucy's mum. Like, seeing the revelation of, like, that's her pendant on that feral ghoul. That was sad. I am glad that Lucy put her out of her misery, though, because I understand that, you know... What was her name? Was it Margot? I don't know, but I understand, like, the grief and wanting to keep her around, but it was just cruel to keep her that way. Not that she's actually aware of what's going on, but even so, I'm glad that Lucy did that. Her dad sucks, though. I hope they kill him in season 2. That would be good for Christmas. Also, I really wish I could go to the sets. Imagine going to the sets of the Fallout show. Imagine going to a Red Rocket in real life. That would be so cool. Completely forgot that she went feral and didn't actually die before the start of the show. Yeah, you see her in the chair tied up and the pendant around her neck. I was like, man, that is just depressing. Which is the point. But still... Lucy's been through so much. She had to drink radioactive water from a barrel. She got swallowed by a gulper. And for some reason the gulpers have fingers in their mouth, which I still don't quite understand that one. But I'm okay with that because when has the show ever been, or not the show, the series ever been consistent? Ever. Like, how many plot holes does it have? At this point, I think the whole lore of the game could be constituted as Swiss cheese. The amount of holes that's in the lore. But... okay. Book is almost done. Need to do the pages. Do-do-do. I'm so sad that season 1 is only 10 episodes. But I mean, they were like an hour or so long each. But still, I want more. And we're getting more soon. But I want more! Even more! I'm greedy. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I don't know how to draw books. That's just a fun fact about me. Were there any vaults in, the DLCs of New Vegas? I don't think there were. I think there was like maybe a test vault in Old World Blues? I don't remember. I'm sure they will, and from what the trailer shows off, I'm looking forward to what we get to see. Also, that Gulper was part of the experiments done at the vault Lucy and Maximus fall into, so technically it's not the exact same as the Far Harbor Gulpers that naturally mutated. True, I forgot about that. That vault, that, like, tape where there was the woman who, like, gave... Did she give birth to a Gulper? I forgot what it was exactly, but that was just... Ew. Don't like. That was icky. Ew. What did that vault exactly do? Was it just FEV stuff? I don't remember. I don't remember the specifics. Also, I am interested in what happens to Lucy's brother, because right now he's still stuck in 31. Yeah, it was that tape was screwed up, and yes, that was the Gulpers. I think they ate her. How do you come up with that? What's wrong with the writers? Why would they do that? I felt so uncomfortable watching that, which I guess is good. I guess that's what they're going for, but come on, man. I was eating dinner at the time. It was just icky and yicky and not nice. I kind of wish that the show had like some pre-existing characters. I mean, it has House and some other characters we hear and see of in game, but like I wish it had like NPCs that you interact with, like companions maybe, or even robots that you interact with throughout the games. That would be cool. I get why they don't, because the timeline doesn't really add up properly, etc., etc. But when has it ever? Not often, I think. But it'd be cool to just point at the screen like, oh my god, I spoke to that person in the game, yay! Other than House. I don't like House. I don't think I've ever done a playthrough where I've ever actually sided with House. Because it's Fallout, nothing is off limits. There have been cannibalistic raiders and mutant monsters since the first game, so I'm not really surprised. Yeah. I mean, the whole reason that Wendigos exist in 76 is because of cannibalism. And that's what happened to the Gourmands. They became, well, like the leader, at least, became a Wendigo. That's the wrong layer. And the fact that the Wendigo Colossus exists is because one of the people was forced to eat his fellow people in massive amounts of radiation. He got trapped in a mine. So that's why the Colossus exists. I think there's a much higher chance to meet an NPC you've met before. Yeah, I hope that there are some people that we recognize in New Vegas. Be cool if the king was there. I doubt it, because I don't think the king is alive at the time of the show, but I don't actually know the exact timeline. So I could be wrong. Maybe I'll eat my words when it comes out. That could be cool. We're gonna get Timothy Chalamet to play the king in the TV show, because he played Elvis in the movie. I mean, that tracks with the original origin of Wendigos and like the Native American folklore. Yeah, I think it's a cool way that they implemented it into the games. Well, game. I kind of wish that they showed up in other games though, because there are cannibals in other Fallout games. I mean, the Fiends. I think that they have had cannibalistic tendencies, if I remember correctly. Come on. There you go. I mean, even the player character has eaten people if you get the cannibal perk. No, goddammit. This tune was in the one of the mini games in Little Big Planet 1. It's tie skipping. There's a cutout and there's a tie, and you skip over the tie and it gets faster and faster and faster and faster. Also, that doesn't make any sense. What's going on there? What have I done? Doodly doodly doo. It makes no sense to only appear in 76 because of where it takes place. The region is known to monsters and unnatural inhabitants. True, but I wish more cryptids showed up in the other games, because other places have cryptids too. Like, I don't know, but I know they exist. Boston probably has something. Does Boston have any natural cryptids, like local? Probably, I don't know. They probably have something somewhere. There we go. This is tedious. I also don't quite understand why we don't see centaurs in 4. Well, I kind of do, because the super mutants in 4 exist because of the Institute, I think, and they just also migrated. But I do not recall. So the original origin of Wendigo comes directly from being forced to eat human remains as a last resort and feeling a great amount of shame and remorse, and then a dark spirit latches onto you and turns you into a man-eating monster with an endless appetite. That makes sense. Which makes sense as to why the leader of the Gormans became a Wendigo, because he ate his partner because he went insane and then he felt really remorseful. So that tracks. There's the layer. Do I want? No. No. Wait, I haven't even... Silly. There we go. Nope. There. The strain of FEV used to make centaurs was modified by the Enclave. That makes sense. Then why are they in New Vegas? That doesn't make as much sense. Because I know there's the Enclave remnants, but they weren't actually in New Vegas. I wish that they had kept some of the designs for the centaurs, because some of the some of the designs that they had were really cool. Also, why are they in Fallout 1 and 2 then? If that's the case. Are they in 1 and 2, or are they just in 2, or just in 1? I don't know anything about the first 2 games. We've been over this. But they do show in the... Were the Enclave present there? They were, yes. Because Frank Horrigan. And the Centaurs didn't have a great lifespan. I think that has more to do with reusing assets. Yeah. It makes sense them being in 1 and 2, because the Enclave have been present there. So that's that case solved. New Vegas doesn't make as much sense. The Enclave are the main bad guys in Fallout 1? I thought the main bad guys were the super mutants. Am I insane? Are you insane? Are we all insane? We're all insane here. There we go. I think the Enclave are the main bad guys in 2. Not 1. I also do like that you can just convince the president to kill himself in 3. Like, you know, maybe you should stop existing. And he's like, you know, you got high charisma, so yeah, I agree. I'm gonna stop living now. And he just kills himself. And that's that. President dead. So mutants are under the control of the Master, and his Master's plan is to retake the Wasteland and make a new America. Okay. Right. Yeah, I should brush up on my Fallout 1 and 2 lore. I love that it's not even hard. It's really not. He's just... Maybe the president just has some mental health issues. And they really should have, like, given him a therapist in that robo-husk he had. Also, why didn't he have Autumn killed when he went against his command? How did Autumn manage to take over almost all his security? How did that happen? How did he have such high clearance to, like, you know, overtake the president's command? How'd that happen? I want to know that. Also, why does he have such a cool coat? Why don't I have a cool coat like that? It seems kind of rude. I don't think I ever tried to level speech, and I don't think I've ever been bad enough at speech to fail. He really just doesn't want to exist, the president. He, like, has this whole compelling speech as to why you should, you know, give him what he wants and do what he wants. But then you can be like, but shouldn't you just stop? And I was like, you know, yeah, you're right, actually. I'm just gonna die now. What a nice guy. I mean, he's not. But him just stopping was nice. There's a massive build up to meet him, and that's basically all he is. Just a sad robot guy. Poor Mr. President. Whoops. Oh, I didn't realise that was on the same layer. Well, that's a bit of an oopsie by me. Silly me. How could you be so silly? He has so much conviction until someone says no. He's like, no one's ever done this before. Oh my god, what do I do? Maybe that's why he died. He didn't actually want to agree. He just didn't know exactly what to say. He just got social anxiety. So he's like, he said yes, but he's like, oh wait, what did I say? Oh damn, oh I have to die now, oh well. Better luck next time. He didn't pass his own speech check. Poor Mr. President. What is this music? This goes for 16 minutes! My god! Jeez. He's the only president that I support. His social anxiety is so bad. He has to take a whole mountain with him in his embarrassment. Poor guy. He just didn't know what to do. He's never been in a situation like that before. He's a nepotism baby. Poor Nepo president. God, imagine if they released Fallout 3 today. And, like, everything that, that was said, like, with the president and everything. That wouldn't fly today. Anyway, oh god. A lot of games that were released back then wouldn't fly today. Like, I really do not think Destroy All Humans could be released today. The remaster is different, because that was a game that already existed, and no one could really be mad at it because it already existed. But some of the content in that game, people would find very problematic these days, I think. He's not even an actual person, he's just straight up AI, but he's smarter than the current president. Yeah. Even AI president knows when to stop. He knows when to stop, drop, and roll. How does that look? Not too bad. I don't think that looks too terrible, if I'm being perfectly honest. And that's the first time I've drawn a book like this before. I'm gonna leave some harsher lines, I think. That's not the right thing. That's also not right. Okay, maybe I won't. Looking real good. Thanks. Oh yeah, Ace, would you be able to request just any song and see if Songify works? Because I need to test that. Just use the redeem thing. You should know the command, right? Or the format for the command. Okay. I just think this hand looks a bit odd, but I don't know how I would fix that, so I'm not going to. Ad break. Yay. I'm analyzing. I think I'll do the bottom of this trench coat and then leave it there. At least for art. Still don't know if we'll do a game or not. Group. Quick group. Book. Here's a book. And some of his hand. And then group. Quick group. Coat. Plus. Has. Okay, it says it's been added. Let me check the queue now. Queue window. Yes! Okay, good. It does work now. I don't know why it didn't last time. I think the key just didn't work. If that means anything to anyone. It has like a... It links to Twitch, and it has like some code thing to link it. And I think that just expired or something. I don't know exactly. Yep. Didn't stutter at all. There we go. Yay! Eh, my throat is itchy. Honest question for everyone. Do you think that Twitch will ever change the AI image covers for categories? Like art, health and fitness, or whatever else it changed? Because at this point, I don't think they will. Hydrate shall do. I moved my microphone away a bit so you didn't have to hear all of that. Anyway, at this point, I don't think... That's an oopsie. At this point, I don't think that they are going to change the covers. It's been a while. They've heard the outrage and they just haven't cared. It sucks, but it's Amazon. No, and that would require them to care, and Amazon isn't capable of caring. Yep. My thoughts exactly. I just don't know why they changed it in the first place, though. It's like a big middle finger. Sup, Zamora, welcome. How are you? I hope you're good. How have you been? That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Yes. Lost my brain cells? Oh yeah. Welcome to 2025. Brain cells don't exist in this year. Apologize for that. But nothing I can do about it. Am I? I'm alright. I'm alive. Doing art. Being a bisque. You know how it goes. Well, you probably don't, because I don't think you're a biscuit. I'd be shocked if you were, honestly. I was studying a while ago and can't take everything. I feel that. I get brain fog a lot. And if you don't know how brain fog feels, I've been describing it to people as like trying to solve a paradox. So if you just kind of sit down, try and solve a paradox question, that's how it feels. You get stuck in a loop of just... It's like being on a feedback loop. And nothing really makes sense. It can be confusing and make you want to cry. Do not cry. Only think of happy things like puppies and kittens and flowers and watching your favorite Lonely Biscuit stream. Unless that also makes you cry, which I wouldn't blame you. Does deafening silence count as a paradox? It's the only thing I can understand, I think. No, because you can kind of hear silence in a way. Like, you can hear what's going on in your head if something's really silent. It's like trying to solve saying this statement is false. And yes, that is a Portal 2 reference, but that's a paradox. So if you try and if you just try and sit down and think, like, this statement is false, how do you solve that? You can't. But if you really try to, then you get stuck. You just kind of... I don't know how, like... It's hard to describe, but the only way I can is if you try it yourself. So if you try to experience, well, not experience, try to solve that statement, then you just get stuck. You just sit there and think and think, and you just can't stop thinking until you just decide to just walk away from that thought pattern. Deafening silence is like the kind of quiet where you start to hear the... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because when I was a kid, I used to hear this kind of... I don't think it was tinnitus. Also, how do you guys pronounce tinnitus? Is it tinnitus? Tinnitus? Tiny Teddy? I don't know. But, there are different ways to pronounce it. I've never figured it out. I just say... What do I say? Do I sometimes say tinnitus, I sometimes say tinnitus, I don't know. But I used to hear ringing but I don't think it was that. I don't think it was. I'm not even gonna say it again. I just don't want to. There are too many ways to say it. There are. I think Cloverly had a poll in their Discord on how people pronounce it. There were like 4 options, I think. It's like envelope and envelope. My mum gets very passionate about that subject. If she hears me say it wrong, she barges in and tries to correct me. Also, does the view on some streams, like test streams, sometimes viewed by bots? I feel like my test stream is just bots. What do you mean? Oh, you just get random viewers? I don't know, because I constantly have one viewer sometimes, even if I'm not seeing any, like, stream avatars or anyone in chat. And I think it might be me? I don't entirely know, though. It could be Stream Elements or Nightbot. The real viewers are just bots. It could be one of the moderation bots. Like, Nightbot, Stream Elements, Seri, etc. If you have any. But I am uncertain on that. Nope. Well, that's pretty funny. Thank you. I just kind of do whatever and hope it works. And sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. It's good when it does, though. Had more than 1 panic attack because of deafening silence, and it's strange. There are some bots... Oh, and that's... Right. There are some bots that count, but also if you have your own stream open, it can sometimes count as a view for some reason. Yeah, that's what happens to me, I think, because I have my stream manager open. So, could be that. Yeah, I get uncomfortable if I'm in silence for too long, which is why I have my fan going, like, 24/7. Also, I don't remember turning my fan off. But I guess I did. But my fan is, like, on constantly. It just doesn't stop, because I just don't like being in perfect silence. Sometimes it's relaxing. Most of the time it's not. Okay. This is the first time I've done, like, more realistic kind of line art in a while. I do still need to finish my ref for my ghoul character, which is in this kind of similar style. Most of the time it's rubber hose, but someone didn't want that. I wonder who that someone could be. Pelican. Sorry, I had something in my throat. I had a pelican in my throat. What is playing? What is playing? I don't like it. Gotta go for a bit. Bye! Thank you for stopping by. Did you know that Mr. Sandman was in Little Big Planet as well as Fallout 76, Mr. Pelican Man? Did you know that? I bet you didn't. And you didn't know that? No. I got a bit confused for a second when I saw Mr. Sandman. I was like, are we on the Fallout playlist? No. This is the first time I ever actually heard it, was in, Fallout. Not Fallout, Little Big Planet. I don't think it's actually in any of the levels. I think it's just a music that you unlock as you play. That's the wrong thing. Why? Oh. The Cordettes were cool. We need people to, like, make this music again. But I don't think anyone's actually really attempting it anymore. Liberace. Who is Liberace? I should know this, but I don't. Someone to hold. Please turn on your magic beam. Please, 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 Mrs. Yeah, the Cordettes and the Andrews sisters were cool. What is this? Celtic music. I think this is more related to Scottish, because it's got the accordion. For some reason, Scottish music these days has accordion in it. I think I'm going to have to go to head out. I'm very tired, not feeling great. Hope you have a good rest of the stream, and I'll potentially talk to you tomorrow, and if not, definitely talk to you Tuesday. Okay, I'll send you the finished stuff, like whatever I've finished when I end the stream. But thank you for stopping by. I hope you feel better soon, or else. There we go. Bye, Heartskit. I do need to work on emotes at some point soon. Maybe I'll do that on the stream. Who knows? Though I feel like it would be a very boring stream if I did. Because emotes are very monotonous to do. I don't know how to draw clothes. I remember the first time I actually tried to draw, like, proper clothes. It looked bad. But I mean, I was working with a mouse at the time, because I didn't have a tablet or anything. And then I got a tablet, and then my art did improve. but it was still kind of flatlining. And then I got a phone, and I found that easier to work with. So I did art on my phone for a while, instead of a tablet. I know, I was insane, but it worked. What is this music? No. Ew. But that was working fine, and then I got a drawing tablet, like a proper, what I'm using right now. And that worked even better. So here we are today. I got a drawing tablet and a laptop, so I was using that. And then I got my PC, which is what we're doing right now. Isn't life fun? You know, one thing I really like about video game music is that you just kind of don't think about it when you're in the game. Because you're just playing the game and the music is there. Then that's something you actually want in a game. You don't want people to think much about the music, because if it sounds out of place, then you're really going to focus on it and that's really going to take you out of the game. But if you don't have, like, if it's not out of place, then you don't focus on it and it's more immersive. And I admire that a lot in game composers. Is that the right term? I don't know. In people who compose video game music. Like, you can take your time to really appreciate it in the game, but when you're actually just playing it and not focusing on the music, it immerses you more. I know this is things that people already know, and, you know, people already appreciate, but I just want to bring more attention to it because I appreciate it, you know? And I like to talk about things that I appreciate. And something I appreciate is music in video games. Unfortunately, my favorite music in a video game, or video games, is probably The Elder Scrolls. And I say unfortunately, because the composer turned out to be a not very good person. So, it's one of those things where you have to separate art from artist. Which I find easier to do when it comes to music that doesn't have lyrics. Because when it has lyrics, you're hearing the person behind the music. But if it doesn't, then you're just listening to the instruments. God damn it. Oh. What layer am I looking for? Excuse me? That layer, thank you. Probably won't do a game tonight, because it is getting a bit late for me. But we'll see. Hang on, that line. Okay. Yeah, I guess that works. Also, it'd be like pushing it that way. That's fine. Okay. There we go. Nope. Does that... doesn't make as much sense as it does this, so I am not going to do that. That's what I'm gonna do, not that. In case you can't tell, I haven't drawn a coat like this before. Well, not in this much detail, at least. Because I am not an artist that specializes in detail. Which is why I draw a rubber hose. Even then I give it some detail, but, you know, not as much as this. Nope. That's good enough. There we go. Some of my other favorite music in video games, I would say Minecraft, obviously. Everyone likes a good bit of Minecraft music. The Sims, actually, has some pretty good music. Some classics, like the one that goes bum bum bum. That's a good one. Bop 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 bop. That one. That's in The Sims 2. Maybe 1 as well. I think it's just 2. But that's a bop, you could say. Ha ha boom boom. Also, I just want to say again, I have a YouTube channel for my Twitch stuff now, so I will be posting VODs and clips there. May still be posting clips to my main channel, but I'm going to be reserving that for proper videos if and when, probably when, I start recording again. I still need to figure out editing. Like, I can record just fine, it's the editing that I want to figure out. Because DaVinci Resolve is it's a bit intimidating to look at. I've tried, and it's a little bit spooky, I will admit. Because it's node-based, and I don't know anything about nodes. What do you think I am, a smart person? No. I'm a biscuit, and biscuits aren't known for their intelligence. That's a fact. You don't look at a biscuit and think that's a smart cookie. That was a very unintentional joke, but I'm glad I made it. Oh no. I'm not even gonna keep talking now about that. That was awful. Even I could admit that. Oh god. There we go. See, I think it would be like wearing and tearing, but I just don't know. I'm not good at doing wearing and tearing the wares. Werebears. Where did the werebears come from in Skyrim? Obviously Hircine, but why are they only in Solstheim? Why aren't there anywhere else? Why aren't they in The Elder Scrolls 3? Why aren't they there? That doesn't make sense to me. They just kind of exist in the Dragonborn DLC, and people just accept that. But only werewolves are in Morrowind. There are no werebears, there are no men that are bears. So where did they come from? Where did they go? Where did they come from? Cotton Eye Joe. And also, why can't the player become a werebear? What if I want to be a big grr bear boy? Bear? What then? I can't. And it makes me sad. So, no. Here we go. I might be going a bit overboard with the detailing. Actually, no, I am going overboard with the detailing, but whatever. We are almost done, but I'm going to leave it here for now, I think. Save. I'm actually going to also save that like that. There we go. Oh, alrighty-dighty-do. Wow-wee. Wow, we got through the whole stream and I only had one mishap where I was wearing a party hat at the very beginning. Yay! So I think it has something to do with me pressing something when I'm playing games. So that's interesting. That's a fun little experiment there. Anyway, we are going to leave it there. No raid tonight, I think. I'm tired. And also my internet has been really crap whenever I've been raiding people. I don't know why. As soon as I raid someone, like Opera, I said that strangely, Opera doesn't like me watching Twitch for some reason. It just keeps buffering. I'm gonna try and see if there's some fix. There probably isn't. I might have to switch browsers when I raid. Or have the stream up already on like my phone or something. I don't know. But anyway. Oh boy. Oh, alright. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Again, new VODs, Twitch, clips, channel, etc. on YouTube called Lonely Twitch Skit. I know, I'm creative. It's great. Let's do all the links and stuff. Linktree for all my socials in one place. Discord if you want to join my server and hang out. It's a fun time. Next stream on Wednesday will be my 100 follower milestone stream. We're going to be doing some Jackbox. Ace will be there. Another streamer called Cloverly will be there. They're pretty cool. Links to to Clover's channel will be there on the stream on the day. But come by, come hang out. It's going to be Jackbox, so you can also participate, because audiences can vote on things and participate. It's a fun time. Thank you all again for 100 followers. It means a lot. 100 is a hell of a lot of people. Like, I know, you have those bigger influencers and streamers, they have thousands, but still, 100 is a lot of people. If you put 100 people in this room that I'm streaming in right now, you would suffocate. It's a pretty small room. I don't think you could even fit 10 people in here, honestly. It would be like a clown car. But anyway, thank you for all the support you've shown me throughout the year. Well, years, I guess. I mainly started, streaming properly this year. But anyway, regardless, thank you for all the support, all the love, all the following, etc. I hope to see you on Wednesday again. Hope you can join my Discord. Hope to see you there and chat and hang out and stuff and things. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, everybody. This isn't really the best track to end the stream. Is there a better one? That'll work. Alright, anyway. See you on Wednesday, hopefully, for some Jackbox. I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.